Hey, what it do, sports world? It's me again. The Winner Circle podcast with me, Ray Diggs, is here, y'all. Where passion meets performance and champions are made. I'm your host, Ray Diggs, bringing you the energy, the insight, and the mindset from across the world of sports. From the locker rooms to the big stage, this is where the real ones talk and legends rise, and the motto stays the same. Winners will always win. The Winner Circle podcast with me, Ray Diggs. We are here and we ain't going nowhere. Make sure y'all tune in because we're about to go live now. Peace. Hey, what it do, sports world, and welcome to the what it do, world. Welcome to the Winner Circle podcast with me, Ray Diggs, man. I want to talk about the Gucci Man versus Pooh Shiesty situation and why I think that Gucci Man, why I think that Pooh Shiesty might have pretty much risked it all, including his freedom and also his family freedom. But before I get started, man, make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button, and also the share button. And make sure y'all give me your feedback on what you all think about this segment. But hey, man, y'all, as y'all know, so let's go all the way back. So let's go back to January, y'all. I remember in mid-January, a story came out from a blogger on YouTube named Shiesty Nash. Shout out to Shiesty Nash. Shiesty Nash pretty much came out with a video, because I watched all of his videos. So it was around about January 11th, 12th. He came out with a video and he said that Pooh Shiesty had took Gucci Man hostage and robbed him. But then the next day he ended up backtracking this allegation. He ended up saying that he don't know if it's true or not. Because I think he got a lot of kickback. I think that a lot of people was coming at him because y'all got to think about it, man. This Gucci Man, right? This right here was one of the biggest artists in trap music. You know, the younger generation back in the early 2000s, this is their young boy. You see what I'm saying? This is their young boy. You know, he was a trap music, one of the biggest trap music artists, besides Jeezy, T.I., but it was also Gucci Man. So a lot of people didn't want to believe it. A lot of people was like, man, ain't no way this is true. Shiesty Nash lying. So I think he backtracked the next day. But the next day, Shiesty Nash came back and he doubled down on it. He doubled down. I remember King AK. He got a YouTube as well. He's a blogger, YouTube blogger. He got on here and he said that he thought that Shiesty Nash was lying. But then he came back and said Shiesty Nash wasn't lying. But Shiesty Nash was the first one to report this, and a lot of people missed it. A lot of people just didn't take him serious. But I looked at that every day. I looked at those videos that he was posting every day. And then he just stopped reporting on it. But we brings to now, a few days ago, they did a raid at Pooh Shiesty's dad's house. And boom, we're here. Oh my God, he took Gucci Man hostage. He took his ring, he took his watch, he took his chain. Everything Shiesty Nash said in January is now finally coming out in April. But he reported this early January that this right here was true. I think that Pooh Shiesty, I look at it like he pretty much crashed out. This is a 100% crash out. And I don't give a damn what all these other bloggers talking about. I don't care what these wannabe gangbangers, rappers, whatever they talking about. They saying that, oh man, he still have a chance. They don't have this. The feds don't come to you unless they have evidence. I bet you any kind of money somebody, and Shiesty Nash said this at the beginning. He said that there was a police officer there that he is definitely going to be the one that tells the entire story. And let me tell y'all something about the law. If you got one person that can tell you everything that goes on in that room, and then for the people that talk about Gucci Man is a snitch, Gucci Man is a rat. Let me explain to y'all. A snitch is, if I go on a drill with you, you get caught, or I get caught, you get away. I tell them that you was with me. That's me snitching on you. A snitch ain't somebody where I'm coming to a meeting as a businessman and you rob me, and I tell them that you robbed me. That ain't being no snitch right there. That's you crashing out. That's exactly what Gucci Mane did. He crashed out. I mean, Pooh Shiesty did. He crashed out. But I'm gonna tell you what I'm sitting here thinking, right? They said that it's reports come out that Yo Gotti offered him $11 million. Now, y'all think about this. Who is one of Gucci Mane's biggest rival? Is Yo Gotti. Did y'all know that? One of his biggest rivals is Yo Gotti. Yo Gotti, everybody, it's a beef that goes all the way back. Everybody know about the beef, Yo Gotti and Young Dolph. Y'all know that Young Dolph and Gucci Mane was like this. So for him to offer Pooh Shiesty, who is up under 1017, Gucci Mane's artist, 11 million. If y'all just think about it, it seemed like a calculated crash out. I can see Gucci Mane, I can see Yo telling Shiesty, you need to get out your contract at any cost. It don't matter. I don't think he would tell him to crash out like this. He might was telling Pooh Shiesty, you might need to get you a lawyer. Pooh Shiesty was like, no, I'm gonna do this discreet way. But what Pooh didn't understand was that paperwork, even though Gucci Mane signed it, it had to go through the court systems, bro. Like his lawyer have to review this and he have to file that paperwork. Like you just can't go in there and pull a gun on a person and say sign the contract. Man, he acting like Red off of the 5 Heartbeats. Y'all remember when Red off the 5 Heartbeats when he wanted to get out of his contract? That's exactly how Pooh Shiesty is. Bro, you cannot go and think that you can just pull a gun on a person, pull a weapon on a person, and say, I want you to get out of you're gonna let me out this contract, or I'm gonna, finish your life. It don't work like that, Pooh Shiesty. It don't work like that. I get it. It might work back in the days. I guess you might watch the 5 Heartbeats or something like that right there, and then wanted to make that move. But that ain't the way this worked. I honestly think if you would have gave back, I think that if he would have made the money that Gucci Mane wanted him to make, but y'all got to think about it. Pooh Shiesty been ever since 2020. So Gucci really ain't made no money off of him. People saying that he made money off him, but like, bro, how much money you can make for a person that's been locked up damn near the whole time he been with you? A lot of people saying that this right here stemmed from Big Scar. Y'all know Big Scar. He was on 1017 as well. Rest in peace to Big Scar. Big Scar, he accidentally overdosed. I think it was like last year or the year before. He, it was an accidental overdose. He ended up passing away at the young age of 22 years old, man. Big Scar. Big Scar was a talented rapper too. But Big Scar, that's Pooh Shiesty's cousin, blood cousin. That's family. So when Big Scar passed away, if y'all don't remember, when Big Scar passed away, Gucci Mane wanted his chain back. The family took that as disrespect. They said that, man, this dude just died, and the first thing that you do, you want his chain back. You don't want to talk about, condoling the family. The first thing you say is you want your chain back, and then we had to pretty much go on social media to pretty much get you to send money for the funeral. But I'm gonna tell y'all like this: as a family members, you should have been. Why y'all didn't put him in no insurance? I mean, because the writing was a little bit on the wall. I'm not saying it was all the way on the wall, but I mean, Scar had a known drug abuse problem. So why not put him in insurance so he can get a proper burial just in case something happened? That's number one. Number two, is it really Gucci Mane's responsibility to bury his artist? Yes, I know what the street rule is. Yes, you're supposed to do that. But at the end of the day, that's not, y'all making it like it's his obligation to bury him. And I think that right there could have been some of the frustration with Pooh Shiesty. You did my cousin like this. He was, and then he crashed. He pretty much passed away when I was locked up. Then on top of that, I come home. He out with First Day. I ain't gonna even lie. That's, man, when I tell you that song hit the street, I said, man, Pooh Shiesty, he's right there. Like, I'm not saying he on young boy level, but like, he up there. Why not go ahead and drop an album after that? Pooh Shiesty, he drug his feet. He didn't do too much. He was out of the acronym. He wasn't really, on social media. You see him on Grand Theft Auto, but you don't see him doing no music or nothing. So I feel like he missed his time when he dropped First Day Out. First of all, when he dropped First Day Out, I probably would have, tried to reach out and try to start doing some concerts, start putting some concerts together. Because I think he went on tour. I'm not saying it's gonna be like Young Boy tour, but I'm gonna tell y'all what. If you don't know, Pooh is kind of like Young Boy to this younger generation of kids. If y'all don't know that, because think about it, the Shiesty mask, that's his. He the one who started that. These young kids that wear the Shiesty mask, that's Pooh Shiesty was the one who started that. So, and I don't know why he didn't copyright that, because now you got Nike, Shiesty, you got Under Armour, all these got the Shiesty mask. But I don't even know if he get royalty off of that, because they pretty much probably stole it from up under him. But I think that right there was a time for him to pretty much take that wave then. See, but no, I think that he was sitting down, dragging his feet. And then, one thing about us fans is that we'll forget about you. You know what I'm saying? We like you, but we'll forget about you. And I think that we kind of like started forgetting about him a little bit until now. Oh man, now he's crashed out. If y'all look at his Instagram, he posted a status about maybe like a day or something before this all went down. And he was talking about buying his family $11 million compound for his entire family. I think that's what he wanted to do. Let me tell y'all something. 1017 is Gucci Mane's record label. Do y'all know that 1017 man had, this is all the artists that they had. I did not know until I started doing my research. They had Young Thug. They had Future. Bro, they had the Migos. Gucci Mane had the Migos, and y'all want to know what he did for every last one of those? He had Nicki Minaj. Bro, this man had everybody, bro. And you want to know what he did for all of them? What I think he probably would have done for Pooh Shiesty when he got a little bit more money off of it? He let all of them out of their contracts. If y'all remember, man, last year or something, he pretty much it was like 2000, maybe 2023 or something. He released every last one of his artists. Every last one of his artists. He told them that they can walk out with no, like they didn't have to do nothing, man. They didn't have to sign no paperwork. They was free to go. They were free to sign whoever they want to sign with. The only two artists that he kept on 1017 at that time was Fujiano and Pooh Shiesty, and both of them was locked up. So I think that he would have let Pooh Shiesty out of his contract. In my opinion, I think he would have let him out. I think if it was a businessman, I think as a businessman, I think that if he goes to him and I think he crashed out. Like, bro, CJ, look, definitely crashed, bro. He definitely crashed out. Hey, LB, I feel the same way. I feel like he should have been patient. I feel like he would have been patient. I think that, I honestly, just think about it. If he let the Migos out of their contract, I think that if he would have just been patient, went through it the right way, I think Gucci Mane would have possibly could have came to understand it, and Gucci Mane possibly could have let him out of his contract and let him go make his own money. But I think that Pooh Shiesty could not get up out of his ways. Pooh Shiesty could not get up out of that street mentality. See, because that's all he knows. Same thing with Big 30. A lot of people, if y'all don't know Big 30, Big 30 can rap too. Big 30 was the good artist, man. Like, that's what I don't understand. Why Pooh Shiesty was locked up, Big 30 was just waiting on him to come home. And I'm thinking to myself, like, why the fuck is Big 30 not making music, not taking the streets over while Pooh Shiesty locked up? And then when Pooh come home, they can collaborate, and then they can take over this game together. Because Pooh Shiesty, he's not even signed up on the 1017. He's not signed up on the 1017. So he don't have no ties to Gucci Mane. So I'm just thinking, like, bro, why not just go ahead, make your music while Pooh Shiesty locked up? Then when Pooh come home, then y'all pretty much collaborate, and then y'all go and take over this thing. Because I think if you just think about it, Pooh Shiesty, Big 30, I think that with the way the younger generation love Pooh Shiesty, you can just throw Big 30 on there. And I think that right there would have been a big concert. I think they could have went to a bunch of major cities and sold out. See, That's the one thing I love about the young NBA young boy is because somebody reeled him in. Somebody told him, listen, bro, you can make generational wealth if you just play your cards right. Because he was crashing out. He was doing a lot of things as well. And then all of a sudden, he just pretty much he got on his money. You would think 5 years locked up in jail that Pooh Shiesty would come out on a different mentality and say, you know what? I'm coming out. I'm getting my money. I'm about to run these M's up. I'm about to run these M's up for this first year. I'm going to be right here this first year. But he came out, dropped one song, and was a banger. And then he go into hiding. Next thing you know, he locked up again. And then on top of that, he doing blogs. I seen a blog of him, right? A blogger, he talking to his parole officer on the blog. He lying to his police. He's lying to his parole officer on the blog. I'm like, bro, this dude right here actually wanted to go back to jail, I think, because he was making so many bad decisions. Even the night of this situation right here, they say that the parole officer called him and told him that he needed to get home. He said he was on his way, but he was on his way to a studio to put down a demonstration. So just think about that, y'all. He telling his parole officer that he's on his way home, but he on his way to the recording studio to put down a demonstration on Gucci Mane. And that makes no sense, man. Like, I want to talk to the younger generation, man, because y'all got this whole thing messed up. Gucci Mane ain't the same Gucci Mane that was Guwap, that was the one back in the days. This Gucci Mane right here is Roderick Davis. This Gucci Mane right here is a husband and a father and a businessman. So y'all want this man right here to pretty much get robbed. Almost, because if you look at the police report, it pretty much said that the RD, who I think was Roderick Davis, was thought he was about to get executed on the couch. So y'all want this man right here, and I'm gonna tell you what the fans want. The fans did not want Gucci Mane to tell. The fans want Gucci Mane to go out there and crash out just like Pooh Shiesty just crashed out. They want him to crash out. They want these rappers to be crash out. That's what the fans want. The fans want rappers to be crash outs. Just like how they said, hey, King A Dirt, you need to slide for Von. Now he been sliding up in that penitentiary. He been sliding in that jail cell for the last year because he listened to what the fans saying. See, if Dirk would have been smarter and more educated as a businessman instead of trying to be a street dude, then guess what? He would be running up these M's right now as well. It was one of the biggest names in rap right now, but no, he wanted to listen to the fans. No, you need to get back. See, I'm glad that Pooh Shiesty did what he did, because now Gucci Mane ain't got to do nothing to him because the federal government is going to do it for him. And for the people that's saying, let me tell you something. If one person goes in there and said that person right there because they got, listen, first of all, they said Big 30 recorded the whole situation because Big 30 recorded them having a gun on the man while he signed the contract. So I'm pretty sure they got that video. On top of that, these dummies went on social media and posted the chains, they posted the watch, and they posted the wedding ring on social media after the robbery. So that's evidence. And then you had Pooh Shiesty, his whole ankle monitor that was recording was in that same location that night. So even if he wanted to say that he wasn't there, they're gonna like, listen, man, we got the video, we got this right. And then they see you walk in and out. He tell Big 30, hey, go give me the bag, because they said that he came. First of all, Gucci Mane thought it was a business thing because they were saying that they was renting the studio for them to pretty much record or something, but the studio was closed. But they ended up getting it opened up. So Gucci Mane thought that it was pretty much like they were about to do some business. So Pooh Shiesty called Gucci Mane and said, hey, I want to talk to you real quick about something. So I'm guessing that the conversation didn't go how he wanted to go. He was like, maybe he said, hey, I want out of my contract. Gucci Mane said, I ain't letting you out your contract. So then everything went left. So, Gucci Mane only came with 2 security guards, him and 2 security guards, which was 2 off-duty police officers. Well, one, at least one off-duty police officer. So then you got Gucci Mane, then you got Pooh Shiesty with his dad and Big 30 in his little, shouts, the crash outs that he had when running with him. So they was outgunned, they was outnumbered and outgunned. So what you think Gucci Mane is gonna do? He's gonna comply. You put a gun to my head and said sign a contract, shit. What a pen at? I might try to sign the shit with my fingernails. Shit, because I'm going to be trying to get them sign this shit as fast as I can. See, because I don't know what's on these young dudes' mind. You see what I'm saying? Like, of course, like that's what you're supposed to do. You don't supposed to act crazy and be like, man, I ain't signing nothing, because you don't know what's on these young dudes' mind, and you don't know what these young dudes be smoking in hell in the system. So if he tell me to sign it, I'm like, shit, with a pen there. You got a pen? Matter of fact, you ain't even got to give me the pen. I can lick my fingernails and sign it. I'm gonna find it with whatever I got. But then they said that, you know, he was like, gave the contract to his dad. It was like, hey, is this contract good? Nah, it need a date on there. He gave it back to him, put the date on there, you know. And then, is it good? Yeah, it's good now. But what Pooh Shiesty don't understand is those documents have to go through somebody. It can't just come from him and then that's it. No, bro, that shit got to go through a whole court system and then you get released. That's the way contracts work, dude. But he crashed out on this night because I think he got frustrated that he wasn't making the money, and the mixture of Big Scar situation. I think that all of that just pretty much added up, and he was like, you know what, tonight this nigga gonna sign this contract or he's gonna die tonight. And that's why I think that this thing right here happened the way it happened. And like I said before, man, and you got Fujiano. I don't know if y'all know him. He's a rapper as well. He's a good rapper. You know, before he went to jail, he was one of the hottest rappers, man. He been in prison so long, I think in federal prison, but I think he get out like either this year or next year. He's another artist that's up on this 10-17 right now. So I'm trying to think like, damn, what's going to happen with this? What's going to happen with this right here? Do he want to be out of his contract? But there was one female that came on there and said that Gucci Mane, Fujiano, and Pooh Shiesty had been beefing about contracts. And Big Scar, I think it was Big Scar, Fujiano, and Pooh Shiesty have been beefing with Gucci Mane for a while now over contract distribution. So this right here ain't something that just started. I think this right here was just a time. He saw the perfect time where he can take advantage of Gucci Mane, and I think that honestly, he made a mistake. I'm gonna tell y'all what y'all need to look at before I let y'all go. I said a lot. Look at the people who's on your social media that's saying that that Pooh Shiesty did the right thing. Those are the people that you need to stay away from. Because if you just think about it, Gucci Mane took a chance on a 19-year-old Pooh Shiesty when nobody else did. He took a chance on him, pulled him out the hood, showed him, gave him his platform, gave him money. He got arrested, stood by him the whole time he did his bid. Then for him to come home and he do the most shiesty thing for a person to do. But I'm gonna say this right here, man. Pooh Shiesty loves Chicago people, bro. He love Lil Durk. That's his team. He love him. That's why he don't like NBA YoungBoy. One thing I can say about Chicago is this: that's the backdoor capital of the world. They will backdoor you. I'm talking about, boy. So it makes sense. And then you have to understand, listen to his music when he say what he said. He's saying things in his song to tell you that he'll backdoor you. So I don't know why people are so surprised, because I wasn't surprised. I was surprised that he did it to Gucci, but I was surprised that he backdoored somebody like that. But in the end, I think that he pretty much has thrown away his freedom. I think that he should have thought about it, like my boy just said. Hey, man, you want to know something? Let's talk about that too. He got out, and this right here, when I knew something was wrong, he got out, and this is the stuff that he's saying, bro. I got more bodies than Boosie, bro. What's like, bro? Go get your money. Nobody cares that you got more body than Boosie. And then you want to know what's crazy? He said that, and nobody even asked him. Nobody even asked Pooh Shiesty nothing about bodies. He just posted that on social media one night. Man, I got more bodies than Boosie. Like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? But that's the problem. I told you. I think he did 5 years, but he didn't learn not one thing in prison. He didn't learn nothing. That's the reason why he's back locked up again. Think about it. This man right here just got out in January, bro. December. And it ain't even, it is barely April. And he's already back locked up. Like I tell y'all, man, y'all got to stop Sometimes you cannot save a person. Sometimes that person is who that person gonna be. And you can, and if you look at it, look at all the artists that 1017 had. Big Scar, gone. The female that he had, she overdosed, gone. Fujiano locked up. Pooh Shiesty locked up. Everybody that's on this record label, they locked up. So what I'm saying is, I don't think Gucci Mane was the problem. I think that the talent, the 1017 declined because of legal setbacks, and I just don't think that their business side wasn't good. I don't think that they had the best business people to lead, to pretty much lead these young artists like Pooh Shiesty, like Fujiano, like Big Scar. Like they didn't have the personnel. They needed Gucci Mane to lead them because they looked up to Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane was the only one because they see Gucci, they see themselves in Gucci. So I think Gucci Mane was the only one that could have pretty much lead them. But see, Gucci Mane at the time had got married. He was a father. And I think the married Gucci Mane didn't give a damn about his artists. That's my opinion. I think that the married Gucci Mane was more focused on the family portion of it than worried about trying to put an artist. He feel like if I put your name out there, you should be able to do the rest, which, I mean, hell, if you co-sign for me, I should be able to do the rest. So you can't 100% blame Gucci for everything because he gave them the platform. He gave them everything that they need. They had him as a co-signer. All they need to do is capitalize and make good music, which made good music. Some of them made good music, but they just couldn't stay out of the streets. Because if you ain't making a lot of money, you're going to have to be back in the streets again. And I think that ultimately this right here is the reason why we're here right now. But hey, listen, we're going to talk a little bit about this right here situation as it continue to develop. As you know, Pooh Shiesty is pretty much locked up again. His dad is locked up. Big 30 is locked up. And I think it's like 6 more other people that's locked up. But they gave his dad last night. It was on breaking news. They gave his dad a bond. But I said, as soon as I saw that, I said, watch and see what the Fed's about to do. About 30 minutes later, they said, well, update. Big Pooh Shiesty's dad bond has been revoked because the feds pretty much stepped in and provided the judge with reasoning to why they think that he should be still locked up. And I'm pretty sure that they was like, yeah, we agree with y'all, but let's lock him back up. So I don't think they're going to be out until no time soon. I don't think they're going to be out no time soon, honestly, because this is a very serious offense. Like I said, they can get them with a plethora of things. And I'm pretty sure more charges is going to come. A lot of people saying that they don't think that this is going to hold up because there ain't a lot of evidence. Yeah, we're going to stay tuned and we'll see, man. Thank y'all again for listening to another great segment of the Winner Circle Podcast. Me, Ray Diggs. Until next time, y'all have a great Saturday. Be safe out here, people. Peace.
Mr. Diggs, we're on in 5. Vegas can't be choosers, but grandma chose Trace. She raised me on scraps.